Sadaşivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Oh, good evening. Today we are trying to understand what is the mind which we are using that to our life. From the childhood onwards, we are all learning something to practice for our physical hygiene. But we are not much learning or practicing to purify our mind. There are some practices, but in modern time, we are not actually doing something to clean our mind or the mental health. Yoga is actually the science of mind. Sometime you might heard about yoga therapy or yoga for physical health. Of course, it also helps us to deal with our body, but mainly yoga is the science of mind. There is no single scripture in ancient India which talk only about mind. But all the scriptures from ancient India talking something about mind, or they use the knowledge about mind to explain about world. If you want to know about the world purely, to get the pure knowledge, you have to know the psychology of human being, psychology of living being, and psychology of universe. As every individual has a mind, the universe also has a mind. So we all experience some kind of difficulty in the mental side. All our human physical problems, our modern science is able to deal with it, but deal with the mind is most complicated thing in the world. Most of the diseases we are facing in modern time, either it is psychological problem or psychosomatic diseases. Physical illness is very less and it's very easy to handle. Some time back, we had lifestyle diseases and psychosomatic diseases. But nowadays, the gap between psychosomatic diseases and psychological diseases are getting less and less. Psychosomatic diseases also lifestyle diseases. Lifestyle diseases also psychosomatic diseases. That is a condition. So, when we talk about mind, we know it's part of our system. Our system can classify into three according to the structure of our system. So physical body, subtle body, and causal body. These are structural classification. Physical body made with matter. We can analyze that, we can understand about that very easily. The smallest particle is atom. Atom is made with energy. So all what we see in the universe is made with energy. Whatever we can see, whatever tangible. The next level is subtle body, which is not tangible with our senses. That's what actually we call mind. Everything subtle in this universe, either it is the mind of individual, mind of the living being, or mind of the universe. And third one is causal body. So we are going to talk about the subtle body. The same system can classify into five according to the function, the functional classification of human system. There are five sheets in that. First one is Annamaya Kosha. It's same as physical body. Anna means food. Anna means matter. So our body is made with the food or growing with the food or flourishing with the food. So Annamaya Kosha, physical body, the same as the physical body we talked before. Then last one is the Anandamaya Kosha, which is same as causal body. But the subtle body, which can divide into three. One is Pranamaya Kosha, it's not right, the energy body, but that's what people understand. It's not energy. It's totally different from that. But it's a life force. This is the force which is influencing our physical function as well as mental function. Then Manomaya Kosha, the mental sheath, where we have memory, emotion, like that. Then the next one is Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellectual sheath. Okay. So we are talking about this subtle body, which also has another name, Anthakarana. Anthakarana means internal instrument. It's our mind. Okay. Our mind can classify into four according to the function which we experience. When we tell about our mind, we experience our mind. You cannot see my mind. I cannot see your mind. But you can experience your mind. I can experience my mind. Can you experience my mind? Or can you see my mind? No. You are assuming about my personality, my mind from my body language. If I am smiling, you may say, oh, he's a nice person. It's assuming. Or smiling people, not necessarily they are good. If you say thanks, you gave me something. If I said thanks, okay, nice person. But I didn't say thanks. Oh, it's a grumpy person. If you are first time in India, you might see people are not smiling, people are not saying thanks. My mother is 91-year-old and still she's healthy, but not much active as before. When my friends and students come to my place, somebody will be fighting each other, quarreling. She's scolding me, I'm scolding her. But actually, it's because of the love. When she's working a lot outside in the land, when she's 85-year-old, and I ask her, don't go out in the evening. There may be snakes and like that, I'm getting angry. And she gets angry with me if I'm not taking food on time. It's the way we are exchanging our love. When she scolds me, actually, I'm happy because she's taking care of me. But a foreigner come from West, sometimes they think, oh, they are rough people, they are fighting each other, but we are enjoying that. So from the body language, sometimes it's not easy to assume what is in the mind. The mind is not tangible. What modern psychology is doing is that they're trying to understand about the mind from the behavior. So it's a behavioral study. Actually, modern psychology started by studying about the self, but it was not accepted for the modern science because modern science was growing. Then they changed into behavioral study. But it has its own limitation, but it also has so many advantages. So the knowledge about the mind for Indian science is not by observing the behavior. It's not a behavior study, but gained from the meditation. Whatever subtle objects we cannot study from outside, we cannot study with the instrument, we have to study our own mind. If I am trying to study about diseased people's mind, that is, will not get a right knowledge. And if I want to study my own mind with the unhealthy mind, which is not focused, which is distracted, there also we don't get the right knowledge. If I really seriously want to know about mind, if I try to observe my own mind, from that effort, my mind gets calm and focused. What is the result? I have a steady and healthy mind. A healthy mind understanding itself. That is only the right knowledge. Such people can go beyond the mind. They can also experience the world beyond that. They can experience the self. So all the self-realized people, whether they are the rishis from India or the Buddha or the Jesus, if they are self-realized, it's very clear they experience the mind. They could go beyond that. our mind is expressing outward four ways. It's called four phases of mind. It's not four parts of mind, but four phases of mind. It called four phases because only one phase we experience at a time. So these four phases are Chittam, the memory. Somebody is yoga teacher here? Okay. So there are different meaning also for Chittam. Chittam also we use for all mind. Okay. So Chittam is the memory. Mana, it is a thinking part of the mind. And Buddhi, the intellect. And the Ahankara, the ego. This is called four phases because only one comes out at a time. But we know all these four phases a little bit, but we are not able to really experience it. The reason is that it come out only a fraction of microsecond at a time. So it comes and goes one after other. So we cannot recognize that separate. When you say, I remember, it is from the memory, but it's by that time you are already thought about that. And you are using the intellect, you are already analyzing that. And who think about that? I, the ego is there. So all four is experiencing together. But we know it's four are four different faculties. Let us look this all four phases. First one is Chitta. Chitta means the memory. This is a place where we are storing our experiences. Whatever the experiences we had in the past, when you are able to bring it back to our mind, that's what called Smriti, Chitta or memory. Only what we experience, we can bring it out. If somebody claim I can think about something future, that's not memory. Whether we can know about the future, that's different thing. That I'm not going to talk now. But what we experienced earlier with our five senses, when we are able to bring it out, that's memory. And with that experience, we also have some emotion, some feeling. But we need some picture, some sound, some form, which we can experience with the five senses. There's only five senses. Sometimes we talk about sixth sense, but it's not similar to these five senses. The mind is also called as sixth sense, but it's not really a sense. In Veda, mind is sixth sense, but it's different from the sense. This is the part which analyze what the senses are bringing the information. Okay? So this memory is very important for us. We need memory. We need memory to go back to your home, to go back to your room. If I want to go back to my home, I have to go down, I have to drive my car, and I have to know the route. And I have to remember this in a chronological order. I cannot start my car and go, then I go down, it's not possible. I have to get up from here, I have to take my things, then I have to walk, I have to reach to the car, I have to know how to open the car. Then I have to sit there, then I have to drive. So it should be in an order. If something miss in between, we cannot do anything. We need memory to remember the passwords. It's the most funny thing. Now we have to remember so many passwords. Also, there is another kind of memory, emotional memory. The experiences we have, sometimes it creates some feeling and emotion. Remember the password. There's no emotion in that. You know how to drive. When you start driving, you are not excited. Oh, I know, I can remember the driving. Doesn't need emotion. But the emotional memories are connected with our feeling, our emotion, our likes and dislikes. The problem of emotional memory, it can come anytime. Whether you want to label it good or bad. You ask, how are you? Say, good. Or, I'm not good. If you say good, how many percentage good? We never think about that. After this, somebody who could not attend this class, they may ask, how was the lecture? Then you say, good or bad. Or sometime in between. But generally, we want to classify good or bad. That's the main problem. When something bad, we don't want to remember that. We don't want to remember bad experiences. Isn't it? Or anyone like to remember bad experiences? If anyone like, that means it's not bad for that person. But the problem, bad experiences come more frequently, especially when we don't want. Good experience also make the problem. Good memories, when that good memory come, we feel, oh, I missed that. You remember about your child, which is at your home, taken care by your husband. So when you think about your child is with your husband or wife, it's a good memory, but you feel, I miss my child, or I miss my woman, I miss my man. So that also make problem. Bad memory definitely make a difficulty, and good memories also mostly make the trouble for us. If we can avoid the likes and dislikes, ragadesha, attachment and hatred, then this doesn't make problem. That's not easy for us. But the problem, why these memories are bouncing, especially when we don't want, because the experiences are not processed. We are not processing the memories. When you buy the things from the shop, a lot of things from the supermarket, if you just dump the thing in your shelf, it's very difficult to take something from that. But if you put it in order, you can take it easily. The problem, we want so many experiences. We want to know more and more and more, but we never process the experiences. We never try to understand what it is. We immediately label good or bad and just dump in our mind. These unprocessed thoughts bounce, unprocessed memories. What is unprocessed memories? Somebody call you liar. Do you like it? Somebody call you, you are a liar. You don't like it, no? If you are a liar, why you have to bother about that? It's a fact. Somebody call me liar. If I'm a liar, it's a fact. And if I bother about that, that is something is wrong there. I'm lying and I don't want to hear that I'm a liar. So that makes the problem. If I'm not a liar, why have to bother about that? Somebody called me liar, but I'm not a liar. But that's not easy for us. There's the problem. If somebody called me liar, and if I'm not liar, we don't need to feel bad about that person. Maybe I lied sometime. I don't remember. Or my behavior makes a feeling to that person. I'm a liar. Still, I don't feel bad to that person. Or that person is a sick person. From the past bad experiences, he think everybody's liar. Still, how we can feel bad towards that person? This quality called pratibhaksha bhavana. Think from other person's angle. When your partner angry with you, normally we cannot think from that person's angle. Our husband came from the office or wife came from the office and there was some quarrel. Maybe there were a lot of pressure in the office. We never think from that angle. We think from our angle. I was waiting for him. I was waiting for her. And I made the coffee. I was waiting for a good moment. And he came and he was not smiling at me. He or she didn't ask me, how are you? How was your day? I was working all the day. We cannot think from that person's angle. So when we are able to think from other person's angle, that's called pratibhaksha bhavana. If we have that quality, we never feel bad to other people. So whenever any experience happen, whether good or bad, if you are able to analyze that, not like sitting and analyzing, it happened naturally. Somebody praise you, oh, you're beautiful, you are great. Okay. I'm young and okay, I'm reasonably handsome or beautiful. That's why that person called me, you are beautiful or handsome. But I'm young. It can change. Okay, that's all. Somebody told you are ugly. It's okay. For that person, maybe I'm an ugly person. It's okay. That's not deciding my happiness. If you can think in that way, that's what I call the processed memories. We don't take it like advantage. We don't take it as a disadvantage. It's an experience. We are facing so many things every day. If you take just like an experience, and we can remember that. But when we just collect and dump it in our mind, which is not processed, it can bounce. especially the bad memories that disturbing us most. When you don't want to remember anything, something that comes more frequently. There was a yogi lived in a village. The time is passing very fast. But I think I should tell this story. There was a yogi lived in a village. So yogis, they don't need to work for earning money because they are living very simple. Their main job is that they have to meditate or do spiritual practices and get the knowledge. That knowledge they share with the worldly people. So worldly people normally feed them. It's not difficult to feed them. They need just little bit food one time in a day. Yogis eat only little food once in a day. Egabhukta yogi, the one who eat one time is yogi. Dibhukta bhogi, material people need 2 times food. Tribhukta rogi, disease people need 3 times food. Somebody asked me when I told this, what about people eating 4 times? I never heard that before, but I made it. Chaturgupta drogi. Drogi means harmful to the society. Because they are eating other people's food also. But there was a funny incident when I was giving this talk in an ashram in Germany. One person raised the hand and told, I eat only 1 time. But I could not believe by seeing his body. Now you are asking, you eat only 1 time? What time you eat? Then he answered, I start morning. He eat only 1 time, but he start morning and at evening. So yogis are not like that. They need little bit food 1 time in a day. And they go to the other people's home. And every day they go to one home, they get little bit food. But there was a young man in that village. He doesn't like that idea that he has to work hard and the money for his family. He has to pay tax, and we have to feed this lazy person also. This person is very lazy, always sitting with closed eyes, sleeping in sitting position, and they claim they are doing something great. So once when this yogi came to his home, they had a dispute. And he said, it's my responsibility to meditate. Suppose I should not go for earning the money and, so that much energy I should for meditation. Then he said, what is meditation? Meditation means I have to focus my mind on one thing without thinking about other things. It's not difficult. If you don't want to think something, it's easy. Then they made a bet. He said, I can perform meditation. Okay, you sit, and he sit for meditation. Then the yogi said, okay, you don't need to forget everything and remember on one thing. You just don't remember one thing, what I am telling. Oh, it is more easy. He said, okay, don't think about monkey. Said, okay, I don't think about monkey. The first thought itself was about monkey. No, I don't want to think about monkey. No, I don't want to think about monkey. No monkey, no monkey, no monkey, no monkey. But finally, it was become a monkey meditation. When you don't want to think about something, that forcefully comes. The reason is that unprocessed thoughts. If you are not possessed with something, if you don't have likes and dislikes, and if you have pratibhaksha bhavana, the ability to think from other person's angle, then naturally we experience the things in a real way. Maybe you are a good person, but you are suffering with some diseases or something. So you could not smile. Then I decide, okay, you are a bad person. But if I can think from your angle, I don't feel you are a bad person. One person was traveling from Middle East to Kerala. Kerala people are everywhere, especially in the Middle East. So when he was sitting in a flight, another person came and sit next to him. Then he started talking. Kerala people are very talkative, If you are outside, hello, how are you? Where are you from? Do you like Kerala? Are you married? How many children? We like to talk a lot. So he asked, where are you from? I'm from Kerala. The flight is to Kerala. He's from Kerala. In which town? Kochi. He's not just answering and not looking at him. I'm also to Kochi. Okay. He's, sitting serious. Why can't he talk with him? They're Kerala people. We should talk each other. Then thought, okay. He thought he's a bad person or he's an egoistic person. Then in the immigration, he was standing. Then that time he saw that other person is coming to the queue and he requesting the next person, excuse me, can I go front? It's a young man. My wife's dead body is waiting. I want to go a little early. Then only he understood why he was grumpy in the flight. So we are not thinking from other person's angle. If we are able to think from other person's angle, we don't feel bad to anyone. We also doesn't feel too much attachment with anyone. We can accept everyone as they are. The second part of the mind is mana, the thinking faculty. We have to think. When you heard about this talk, you thought about this. Okay, should I go or not? Who is going to talk? Maybe an Indian yoga teacher. Maybe an old person with gray hair. My hair is gray, but with a long beard. Something, you think about that. Then you decide what is the topic. So you need to think. For thinking, you need memory. Talk about mind. Then you think about different talks you had. You think what is mind? Who is talking? A yoga teacher from Kerala. So these images are coming in your mind. Thinking, imagining, visualizing, all are same. Memory for that. But the problem when you think about this class, some people, I don't want to go for that talk. Why? I know this always stupid talk. It's not interesting. For other people, no, I know these people from Kerala, I had a bad experience. Another person, it's a very wonderful class. I know that the teachers from Kerala, they know very much about yoga. Their class will be nice. All this we are thinking because of our past experiences. We label good or bad. So if you want to think properly, you need proper memory. For proper memory, we need a processed memory. So this thinking quality, the thinking faculty is very important for our daily activities. If you want to take a decision, you need to think. Then the third part is buddhi, the intellect. Buddhi is the faculty which tell what is right, what is wrong for a long time. Sometimes we like something, we like to eat sweets. If you go to Germany, Kuchen, that's the most favorite food for them. Coffee and Kuchen, isn't it? If you go to Netherlands, milk products are very famous. What is in the Turkish? Black tea, everything. Yeah. So when we like something, sometimes our mind will tell, I want to eat this. But when you take a lot of sweets, buddhi will tell, don't eat too much sweets. You make a diabetes, you become obese. This kind of right and wrong telling by the buddhi. Mind sometimes follow by likes and dislikes. I like this, I don't like this. But intellect says what is right and wrong. Right and wrong for long run. Now I feel to do something. But maybe now it is good for me, but for long run it can be harmful for me. When you do not know what to do, the buddhi say what you have to do. That is buddhi. If you know already many things and to repeat that, you don't need buddhi. But when you are in a crisis, when you are in a new situation, buddhi says what to do. But if you buddhi want to take right decision, we should be able to think properly. I want to go for a class. I want to take a certain food, which is right, which is wrong. Buddhi need thoughts to take a decision. The thought gives many options from our experiences. For think properly, we need a processed memory. So, buddhi function properly if we are able to think properly. Then the fourth phase is ego, the I-ness, ahankara. You have to know who you are. I have to know who am I. There is a super ego and there is a normal ego. Normal ego says, I'm a yoga teacher. I talk about yoga. I talk about Vedanta philosophy. I'm a yoga therapist. I have to talk about that. And I have to know my role here. Then only I can talk. If I feel, oh, I cannot talk about this, the people from the West, there may be a lot of knowledge about mind. I'm not good for that. Then I cannot talk. Or if I think, I'm a great yogi, I can talk a lot about mind. And there should be minimum 2,000 people as audience for me. If I think like that, that also will make me disappointed. I have to know my role in this life, in this society. So if I know who am I in this life, that is the ego in right level. But if I am egoistic, that's a super ego. Doesn't help me. If I don't have self-esteem, that's also not good. And I have to know who am I in this world. But if you go to Vedanta, who am I? I am self. That's egoless. But I need ego. Animals also has ego. But their ego is different from human being ego. Their ego is pre-programmed. When a dog sees a cat, doesn't feel to make love with a cat. It know I'm a dog, that's a cat. But they don't think about that. You are going through your street with your pet dog, Dalmatian, high pedigree. You're walking with that dog, and that dog saw a stray dog with some skin diseases. Doesn't think I'm a pedigree. I don't want to go to this stray dog. When you see a female dog, your high pedigree Dalmatian will go behind that. That is animal's ego. But our ego is different. Whenever we see something, we always think, I'm from Germany, I'm from India, I'm from Turkish, I'm from UK. And we, so many things we are thinking. It's normal for a human being. But this ego sometimes make problem if you do not know what's our role in the society. If your ego works properly, we can live happily in the society. But the problem, if you want to know who are you in this life, your buddhi has to work properly. If your buddhi want to work properly, your thinking faculty has to work properly. If your thinking faculty want to work properly, your memory has to work properly. If your memory has to work properly, your memory, your experience should be able to process. If you want to process, actually you need proper ego and proper buddhi. It's a cycle. These four phases come and go very quickly. It's very difficult to separate it and recognize it. If we can easily recognize it, it's easy to correct. So the problem we have in the life, that the psychosomatic diseases or psychological diseases, which come from our anxiety, the root is that we are not able to work properly these four phases of the mind. When the children, they have emotion. They use their emotion to demand something. Once they got it, they are happy. You are not happy. Animals are happy. You give a food to animal. They have two choices. Do or not do. If you give a Coke to a wild animal, not the pet. If you give to a wild animal, they don't drink the Coke. Our dog may eat if you train them. But if we get, even if we get the poison in a Coke bottle, we will drink it. We look the bottle and drink it. We have numerous number of choice. Do or not do, in between, we have so many choice. If we get the food, we think, should I eat or not? This one first or this one first. Oh, that person has a better food. Oh, this is very colorful. Good smell from there. I travel 3 weeks. The group from Germany every year, a pilgrimage. It's my responsibility to find the right restaurant. And it's very funny. I like to watch them. What's that? Oh, that good smell from here. Senses are attracting to us. We have so many choices that make the problem. So our intellect, our ego is different from animals. We don't call animals as intellect. They can differentiate something, but not like human being. Okay? So if these all four phases are functioning properly, we can be happy. We will have problem. We will not be excited sometime and suffering sometime. Disappointed something? No. Will be always calm. When we are excited, the mind is very fast. When our mind is extremely fasted, that state of mind called Adi. Adi sometimes we translate as distress, but people cannot accept excitement is suffering. But as per the sage Vasudha, Adi, even with the excitement, it leads to the problem. When you are excited, our mind is very fast. But the advantage is that when you are excited, the excitement will go fast. Why? Because we want more and more. When we want more, that excitement doesn't come. If excitement stays long, it is very dangerous. When we want to meet our boyfriend or girlfriend, we are excited very much. But when we start living together, excitement goes. If you marry, no more excitement. If the excitement stays longer, it needs a few weeks to become sick. We get all the psychosomatic diseases. Fortunately, excitement doesn't stay longer. So this fast mind is our problem. It rooted in the way we are processing our memory. And we have trained that from childhood. But unfortunately, the modern society train our children to become excited. We want to say they are excited. We buy the gift to make them excited. Next time, the same gift cannot make them excited in the same level. Last year, I got a wedding anniversary gift, a diamond ring. Then husband thought, okay, this year also I want to excite her. We buy the same diamond ring. Because last year I know this exactly same diamond ring made her excited. So he bought the exactly same. What will happen? Why I need the two? He disappointed. And we are trying to give this excitement to the children. They think it's easy to excite. But when they become adult, they know it's not easy to keep the excitement. When we are a child, mother say, oh, you are beautiful, you are nice, you are intelligent. Father say, you are nice and intelligent. Friends also say the same. It's easy to say, oh, your dress is nice, you are intelligent, because then we can go. We don't have to face them all the time. When we marry, when we have a girlfriend or boyfriend, they also tell the same. You are the most beautiful woman in the world. You are most handsome man in the world. But once we start living, can we tell this all the time, morning to evening? And we started quarrel one point, he has to force to say, oh, you are really horrible. Then we upset. Since 25 years, we are nice, you are intelligent, you are beautiful, you are handsome. And now somebody says, you are horrible. So, unfortunately, modern education system is not training us to how to deal with the emotion. We are working on the IQ. But if you go to a very high level company, they don't look your IQ. They look your EQ, emotional quotient. You might be a very intelligent person. You know so many things. You have so many certificates. But when you want to take a decision, you are not able to take decision because emotional quotient is weak. What our university is giving us to deal with our emotion? It's not increasing emotion quotient, and modern education. Unfortunately, our parents itself is damaging our emotional quotient. There's one more quotient, creative quotient. I don't know whether there's such term, but I call it creative quotient. Once you are able to meditate, once you are able to have a focused mind, your creative quotient develop. If your IQ is high, what happened? Your employer will exploit you, your IQ. At one point, you get sick and you'll be burden for your family and yourself. If your IQ and EQ is balanced, you will be a happy person. But once your CQ is developed, your creative quotient is developed, you can make others happy. You can contribute something to the society. So for a CQ, the target of our education should be improve the CQ. For that, these four phases has to balance. We should train to deal with these four phases. You know, if you want to grow, we have to face the situation. Yeah, I will answer to you.
On this issue and the negative experience which you are hurt, but obviously at the end, that was a good experience.
Yeah, I will tell you one experience why these negative things are coming in the mind. Once a person came for yoga therapy consultation, and she says that her husband says that she's the reason for his anxiety. She had anxiety for 8 years, and it cured, almost cured. Since 2 years, I had no anxiety, but now it started because her husband says she's the reason for his anxiety. Then anxiety, anxiety, anxiety. Yeah. Then I was asking so many questions, and I found they are from different culture, married from different culture, and she moved to his town, and he moved to town from the village. In his village, he has three sisters and mother. They are in very good harmony, and they have houses next to each other. The mother made houses for everyone, and he also has a house there. And all the siblings and mother want to he move to the village, but he is living in the town for her. She had anxiety 8 years. He supported her so much. But if a husband or a wife is supporting the partner with the anxiety, sometimes 4 or 5 years enough to get that person the pressure and get the anxiety. And she cured, but that time he started the anxiety. Then 2 years passed, and there was some quarrel. And one point, he told her, "You are the reason of my anxiety." Then I told her, he was supporting you many years. Now he's in a trouble. So sometime it will come. Don't take it serious. He really loves you. Okay, tell me how frequent is telling that you are the reason for his anxiety. She was thinking and telling, and not that frequently. Okay, tell how many times he said. Not many times. Okay, now it is very easy. You please count on your finger how many times. Only once. Because we don't want to hear that. We cannot tell it is protecting. He has to think about his good side. When he forced to tell after 8 years, no, 8 plus 2, 10 years, that means he's that much suffering. So he need more support. So bad experiences, we want to remember to protect. But who says it's bad experience? I got a fracture. And if you want to grow there should be a stimulation. If I just always keep the leg without moving, it will not grow. It will stick, but it will be weak there. So only if there is a stimulation, there will be growth. The same for the mind. If you protected by the parents and the society, you will be a very weak person. So all these bad experiences make you strong. The children from the street, they are most strong people. But the children born with a silver spoon in the mouth, they will be weak people. So take it positive. You have bad experience, take it positive. Then it will not give you suffering. Yeah. Processed. You want to know what is processed thoughts? Yeah. When we experience something, we have a tendency to take it good or bad. We never think about from other person's angle. So when we are not able to think from other person's angle, also consider my ego or my role in this society, then we misunderstand the situation. That is unprocessed. Pardon? Means you also have to consider yourself, not only consider about other person. If you take care of other people, you are too good and you will suffer from that. Okay. If you call me a liar, I should know why you call me a liar. Same time, I have to assess myself whether I am liar or not. So we have to consider both sides. Then it is processed.
have to have a much healthier mind? What's the limit?
Yes, process thought. You see, if you are a war dog and you dump your socks, 20 pairs of socks. If you want to take a pair of socks from that, it's very difficult. But you put it in order, you can take what you want. So when you have processed thoughts, you can take whatever the memory you want to take. But if it's unprocessed mind, everything jump. Yoga helps to develop this quality. I'm not talking about asana pranayama. That's one brick of all millions of brick. If you want to really benefit from yoga, first of all, you have to know what you want to achieve. Peace of mind. You want to change your attitude. You want to get up early. You want to take a good food. You want to know about other people. First, you should have a target in the mind level. But it's not easy to make it. For that, you need a healthy body. You need a calm mind. For that, when you do yoga asanas, pranayama, diet, this support your effort. Yoga is the decision in your mind. You take a decision. I want to change my attitude towards my life, towards my society. The asana pranayama only supporting you. In that process, first you get some stretching. Nice feeling. Sometimes your organs works better. That's only byproduct. That's not the goal of yoga. Yoga means union. Union, the individual self with the cosmic self. Or union with the body and mind. Union with the left and right hemisphere. Union with you yourself, with your surrounding. If I am harmony with you, I will be peaceful. If my left and right brain is harmonious, I will be peaceful. When my right brain is active, I'll be very analytical. I take a decision. I want to start that business. I want to start a yoga center. After 45 minutes, I'll be, I cannot do this anything. Then you go to other side. So left and right hemisphere of the brain has to balance. Yoga is for that. It's not easy to tell. Okay, I will try to tell in a different way. When we sit together, there is a goal, to talk about this. So we have a mind. Somebody come and disturb. They're making a noise. We together will say, no, don't make noise. So we have one mind. When I have a mind. When I'm with the family, my family has a mind. Human being has a mind. Human being and living being together there's a mind. Like that, when the universe, we are like a one individual. We have a goal. Like that universe has a mind, actually. When you talk about the manifestation, not creation, manifestation in the Vedanta, there it is easy to explain. Our mind is actually made for ourself. Self want mind to know the things from outside. Like that universe has a self, that self want to know something, then it also has a mind. Okay, make conclude. This topic is interesting, but not easy to explain short time. But I hope you gain something. If you gain something from my talk, I am very glad. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.